So YouTube have made some really weird updates recently. And what makes them even more odd is the fact that they have really nothing to do with what we do most on YouTube, which is to watch videos. So I want to know your thoughts. And it was also an opportunity to test my new background that took an entire week to 3D print. Is it any good? We've been raging on about the power of YouTube's community posts for years, but I'm still not sure any of you are convinced. If you put a little bit of time into it every day, you can build a big audience. For us, we get millions of impressions and tens of thousands of engagement from community posts that take 1% of the time of a full-on video. There is no excuse, since virtually all of you have access to it. Start posting one community post a day for an entire year, because who knows, your audience may end up seeing them here. Yeah, the YouTube homepage, sacred ground, prime real estate. And yet, all of a sudden, those precious thumbnails were being invaded by community posts. Now, at first, I thought it was just me or a glitch or some isolated YouTube test. But when I polled our audience on, guess what, the community tab, I learned that more than half of you were seeing exactly the same thing. Now, seeing community posts on the home feed of a mobile app is nothing new, nor is a dedicated community shelf on the browser desktop experience. But for both of these, you either have to scroll or swipe to get to them. But this was different. These community posts were the first thing I was seeing when I started a YouTube session. That is a very valuable and risky place for YouTube to test new stuff. And it mustn't have worked, because 24 hours later, everything was back to normal. Maybe it was something to do with the fact that some of these community posts were years old. Anyway, had this been the extent of my new and weird experiences with community posts on YouTube, I probably wouldn't have bothered making this video. But then, something really interesting and potentially very exciting happened. We came across this post from a channel called Froggy Crossing that was talking about something called community spaces. This apparently would be a place where people from the community could create their own posts on this community space and interact with each other. Not really knowing what this meant, we went to Froggy Crossing's channel page and we found this. Discover Froggy Crossing's community space. This looked very new and very beta, as it stated, so we tapped on it, and what we found that we weren't just seeing posts from Froggy Crossing, we were seeing posts from, well, anyone, and these posts were getting a significant amount of engagement. Imagine if you're a fan of a creator and your posts on their community space are getting hundreds of likes and dozens of comments. That is quite a nice injection of dopamine into the influencer arm, especially if you're a creator yourself. But what does all of this potentially mean? I think YouTube has just turned into Reddit. Now, we have seen YouTube try social features before, such as stories and direct DMs, and all of them have been quietly axed. But community posts have stood the test of time, and this seems to be evidence that YouTube wants to double down on this feature in a big way. On the other hand, this could just be another very targeted test, because I couldn't find any information about community spaces anywhere save for this single channel on YouTube. Whether this feature gets out of beta or not, it seems to suggest that YouTube doesn't just want the creator to interact with their audience. YouTube wants the audience to interact with each other within the creator's sphere of influence. Thankfully, posts can be filtered by just what the creator posts to the community, but I have no idea if there's any moderation going on for all of these posts that are appearing on somebody's community space. The way I see it, creators are offering their platform and their reach on YouTube to their audience, which is interesting and exciting and terrifying and dangerous all at the same time. And as I said at the very beginning, all of this has nothing to do with watching videos on YouTube. That's where we are in 2024, I guess. The TLDR is this. Your YouTube community is critical to your channel, and you have the opportunity to interact with them every single day. You don't have to wait to upload videos. So start talking to them. And if you need any help, we've got a video over here that can help you do just that. As for this background, I'm still not convinced on either the lighting or the colours. So as our community, help us pick some new ones. We've got orange, I think. Or vidIQ blue, very tasty. Or how about golden red? Oh yeah.